This episode of Now This Is Lit is brought to you by Audible. Check the link in the description to get your first Star Wars audiobook free. Everyone loves free things. Click that link. Do it. This show is also brought to you by our patrons. If you want to support the show in a different way, with just $1 a month, you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/StarWarsLitPod. You can get a sticker. You can get access to an exclusive show that we do every month that's wild and chaotic and fun and something you can only get by becoming a member of the Patreon. There'll be so many more perks very, very soon. But for now, do you want a sticker? Do you want a sticker that has a Now This Is Lit logo? Because it's fantastic and I love them. But I also want to give them away because there's just a stack of stickers on my desk. So if you want one, $1 a month. Patreon.com/StarWarsLitPod. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. You're listening to Now This Is Lit, a podcast about Star Wars books, the people who make them, and the readers who just can't get enough of them. I'm your host, Meg Dowell. I use she, her pronouns, and it is, once again, finally, new Star Wars book week. Star Wars: The High Republic, Escape from Valo is out today. And while I haven't been able to talk to the authors yet, Alyssa Wong and Daniel Jose Older have written my favorite Star Wars middle grade book of all time, possibly one of my favorite High Republic books of all time. What a twist to start off 2024 in Star Wars publishing. This is my spoiler-free review of the book. I hope you like the review so much that you immediately go out, purchase the book, place a hold at your local library. However you read things, get ready to read this book. It's okay if you don't right away, but I think you should at the very least plan on doing it. I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to review the thing now. It's so good. That's not my whole review. It's just a sentence that I said. No spoilers. There aren't supposed to be any young Jedi left on Valo, which is a problem considering the group of young Jedi trapped on Valo. Ever since the attack on the Republic Fair, the NTIL have maintained an unsettling presence on the planet. It turns out, a group of Force users and an aspiring pirate might be all it will take to bring the NTIL on Valo down. Set a year after the fall of Starlight Beacon, Escape from Valo is the latest book in the High Republic series, and the middle grade book that's part of Wave 1 of Phase 3. The NTIL have established the Storm Wall, claiming their territory by force and preventing anyone outside of it from getting in. Getting communications out beyond the wall is next to impossible. Getting off Valo won't be easy, but many things are possible for Jedi in training. And pirates. This book is the longest middle grade installment of the series so far, and it's mostly because even 369 pages isn't enough time to spend with these characters. Zyle is the latest Chaos Demon to join the fray, uniting with familiar Jedi, Ram, and his newfound adopted children, sort of, in an attempt to get free of the planet and maybe hit the NTIL where it hurts on the way out. This book is the perfect example of why books classified as middle grade, especially in the High Republic, matter. Characters like Gavi are going through the exact same hardships, have seen the exact same horrors as characters from The Rising Storm or The Fallen Star, for example. Their grief is simply shown from a different perspective, in this case, from the perspective of someone younger, more innocent, and equally traumatized. But this book isn't all doom and gloom. I laughed, I cried, I begged for more, but loved what we got. As someone who somewhat struggled to vibe with the High Republic in its early days, I'm so happy that I've grown to love it. While the middle grade books have always been great, Escape from Valo feels special. It perfectly blends together themes of love, friendship, bravery, and self-discovery. It is as emotionally profound and stylistically elegant as every other book in the series, and I sincerely hope everyone takes the time to read it. It's hard to review middle grade books sometimes because if I'm not spoiling anything, there's not a lot to say about it. That doesn't mean that it's not great and there's not a million things I want to say. I'm trying not to spoil you, and it's so, despite it being the longest one, it's still so short that there's only so much I can say, and I'm sorry about that, but I just hope that this review convinces you that you need to give it a try. It's just so delightful and sad, but also great. Escape from Valo asks the same questions other books surrounding it in the series present. What sacrifices must be made in order to survive? In a galaxy at war, how does one define their purpose? And in an effort to escape the terrors of the past, present, and future, what must we give up in order to fly? And what do we gain when we dare to take the risk? Star Wars: The High Republic, Escape from Valo by Alyssa Wong and Daniel Jose Older is available now wherever you get your Star Wars books. Now This Is Lit is part of the Faraway Fandom Network. It is produced by Devor Mondam and written, hosted, and edited by me. Jose Jimenez designed our podcast art. You can keep up with the show on our Substack at Now This Is Lit, and find the show wherever you get your podcasts. There are a lot of ways to support the show, and you can find all of those in the show description. But joining our Patreon is the newest way to do that, and it's only $1 a month, and you get lots of perks, with many more to come. One of them being access to an exclusive monthly show that we do. Basically, we spin a wheel that will randomly land on a book, and we have to talk about that book, whether we have read it and loved it, read it and not loved it, or we have never heard of it. Listen, there are a lot of obscure Legends books that even someone like me has maybe never heard of, or maybe has heard of but has not interacted with in a long time. In the episode that's coming out soon, as you're listening to this, it's a book from 1983. I wasn't alive then, so I was not there when it came out. It's very fun to make, but also you have to be a member of the Patreon to listen. You also get a sticker. I just sent out some this weekend. If you want one, $1 a month. That link is in the description for you as well. Obviously, you're listening to the show and you're supporting it that way. And that is the most important thing of all. And I really, genuinely appreciate it. For more book reviews and Star Wars Book Celebration, follow Star Wars Book Reviews on Instagram and TikTok.